Hello and welcome to Plugged In. Are you at risk? Well, today, Ken Shahal shares his journey from kidney patient to kidney transplant recipient. And meet his daughter, Julie. She's his living kidney donor. And they sit down with us to share their inspirational story to help raise awareness about kidney disease and the need for increased organ donation registration in the South Asian community. They're coming up next, right here on Plugged In. So today we're here at Ad Experts in Surrey, and you're going to hear a little bit more about that later in the show. But right now, I have a great treat because I'm going to meet the owner of Ad Experts, Ken Shahal, who happens to also be a kidney transplant recipient. I'm going to talk to him about his story. It's a really interesting one, so stay with us. We'll be right back with Ken. And if you can take me back to the beginning about your journey with kidney disease.
Well, मैं अपना blood test कराया सीगा ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ A1C ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਵਰੇਜ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਲੱਡ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਖੂਨ ਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਲੈਵਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮਿਠਾਸ ਦਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਦੇਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਫੀ ਘਟ ਗਈ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ठीक ਸੀਗੀ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਵਰਜਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਮੈਂ ਦਵਾਈ ਖਾਧੀ ਖਾਣਾ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਖਾਧਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਸਿਹਤ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਖਾਤਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੁਣ ਠੀਕ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕੂੰਗਾ ਔਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਬਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਰੀਰ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਕਰ ਲੂਗੀ ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੂਨ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਸਰਾਖ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਫਿਲਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਮੁਰੰਮਤ ਉਹਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਾਂਹ 'ਤੇ ਕੱਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ बट किडनी दे विच वो चीज़ मुरम्मत नहीं हो सकती सो केरा कुछ टाइम बाद किडनी का फंक्शन थल्ले जाता रहा 50 तो लग के साल 2 साल च ये मेरा ख्याल 30 चले गया एक बारी मैं इंडिया गया सीगा इंडिया दे विच जाके बीमार हो गया बीमार हो के मैनू उल्टियाँ वगैरह लगन लग गई तो 3 दिन इदा रहा फिर मेरा जो वापस आया इत्थे तो कहते दैट किडनी फंक्शन थोड़ा काफ़ी थल्ले 30 ते चले गया 30 ते जान तो बाद मैं मुड़ के मेरे डॉक्टर कहता तेन स्पैशलिस्ट ते जाना पऊगा जिहड़ा जिन्हों कहते किडनी का स्पैशलिस्ट न्यूफरोलॉजिस्ट कहते इंग्लिश दे विच ते उहने मैनूं कहा तेरी सेहत वगैरह सारे 4 सवेरे ठीक लगती आ तेरा हार्ट ठीक है तेरे बाकी 4 सवेरे सेहत तेरी बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक है सिर्फ एक चीज़ की कमजोरी है वो तेरी किडनी ये किडनी ने तेनू मारना तो कुछ टाइम बाद इदा मैं बिलीव नहीं किया मैं मन्निया नहीं ना मैं डॉक्टरां नू मन्निया मैं क्या ठीक हो जाऊगा सालां दे साल लंघ गए 2 साल बाद मेरा जिहड़ा किडनी का फंक्शन सीगा वो चले गया मेरा ख्याल हौली हौली 22 ते फिर 18 ते फिर 16 ते फिर जाके जिहड़ी जिन्हों कहते हैं क्रिएटिन जिहड़ी हुंदी है जिहड़ा शरीर ते जिहड़ा गंद हुंदा ना सफाई करदा किडनी ਉਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਵੱਧਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ 100 ਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ 100 ਨਾਲੋਂ ਕਦੇ 200 ਤੇ ਫਿਰ 300 ਤੇ 400 ਫਿਰ 500 ਤੇ 1000 ਤਾਈਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਦੈਟ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਛਾਣ ਲੂੰਗੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਵਕਤ ਪਿਆ ਸਰੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇਧਰ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਪਲਾਂਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਊਗਾ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਡਾਇਆਲਿਸਿਸ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਪਊਗਾ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਫਾਈਨਲੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਘਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਤੇ मेरी जिहड़ी लड़की सी वड्डी उहदा टेस्टिंग हुई सी ते उहने मैनू ਕੁਛ ਚਿਰ ਸਮੇਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦਾ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਪਲਾਂਟ ਉਹਦੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ 5 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, ਅਕਤੂਬਰ 2013। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੇਰੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੈ। ਦਵਾਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਖਾਣੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਰੋਜ਼, ਸਵੇਰ ਵੀ ਖਾਣਾ, ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਖਾਣਾ। ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੈ। ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਦੈਟ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਿਹਤ, ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ, ਆਪਣੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਚਾਰ ਚੁਫੇਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਈ। ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਈ ਡਾਕਟਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਉਹ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਫਾਈਨਲੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਦਾ ਵੀ, ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਲ ਦਾ ਵੀ, ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ।
But if I can just take you back a little bit, you had mentioned about your AC1 levels. Now that's because you had diabetes.
Yes, ਹਾਂਜੀ। 1993 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟੈਸਟ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਟੈਸਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਪੈ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਦਵਾਈ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ, ਸਾਰੇ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਕਦੇ ਉੱਧਰ ਕੰਮ, ਕਈ ਆਹ ਕੰਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕਈ ਆਹ ਵਕਤ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਫਿਰ ਭੱਜੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ, ਕਾਫੀ ਸਾਲ ਲੰਘ ਗਏ। ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰ ਦੂਗੀ। ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਬਾਰੇ, ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਤੇ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਇਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਪਾਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ 2008 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਵਧਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਬਟ ਉਹਦੇ ਸੰਨ ਵਿਚਾਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਦੈਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਬਟ ਬਾਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਦੈਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖਤਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹ ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀਜ਼ ਦਾ, ਹਾਈਪਰਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਲੱਡ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ। ਇਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖਤਰਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆ। ਉਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਆਮ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੈਣੀ ਪਊਗੀ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਬਾਰੇ। ਆਪਣਾ ਬਲੱਡ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਵੱਲ ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਬਲੱਡ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੱਲ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਖੁਰਾਕ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਸਰੀਰ 'ਚ, ਗਲਤ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਦੈਟ ਅੱਛੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਡਾਇਟ ਦੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਖੁਰਾਕ ਖਾਓ। ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਡਾਕਟਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੁਣਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ।
And you're in for a real treat now because joining us is Julie Shahal, Ken's daughter, and she is what we call at the Kidney Foundation a kidney hero. She's a living kidney donor to her dad. Julie, thank you so much for joining us here on Plugged In.
Thank you very much for having me.
So you donated a kidney to your dad, let's see, it was I think October 2013?
2013, yeah.
Wow. So when do you recall was the first time you even heard that your dad had kidney disease?
Yeah, so I actually didn't realize that my dad was having any complications with his kidney up until a year prior to the actual surgery, and that's when I guess he had gone to the doctor and got the news, and my sister was the one that actually called me. She's a nurse, and she let me know that he needed to get a transplant, and at that time I didn't know anything about, transplants and or even kidney disease, so I didn't even know he had any issues. So I do remember calling my parents after saying like, what's going on? And asking them about what exactly had happened to his kidney and how long this was going on. So it sounds like it progressed quite quickly
Yes.
during that time.
So you got all that information over the phone. So where were you living? You weren't here in BC. Where were you?
Yeah, so I just recently moved back to BC. So I was living at that time, 2 years we were living in Manitoba in Winnipeg. So I was a few provinces away. So that was a bit emotional as well because I felt like I was quite close to my dad. And I still was as I moved away, and it was hard for me not to be close to him physically when we were going through all of this. I was told at that time that I could start getting some blood tests done, and I was glad I could do it there. So that made me feel better, but it took me a couple of days, and I went straight to that weekend and got some blood tests done, but it was hard being so far away.
An extraordinary thing that you said to me was that actually you were married and your husband, both of you decided to get tested to be living donors.
Yes, my husband's and my father and my husband's relationship is very close as well. And he went with me to the blood clinic to get our testing done, and he didn't felt like it was a support, but he truly did want to be a match, and was letting my dad know, updating him through the text where we were at.
So you got the blood test taken, and then when did you receive notification that you could move on with the process?
Yeah, I think it was within a few weeks.
There's many levels of testing that you undergo to become a living kidney donor.
Yeah, so I had, I think the first step was I had some more blood work to get done, and that was quite extensive, and my husband at that point was not a blood match, so he didn't go any further.
Okay.
And I know they could have approved several people, and then the decision would have been within our family to decide who would do it, but so he wasn't a match at that point, and I was, so I continued on from the blood test. They, checking from a health aspect, how well you are, and then there was quite a few more tests, some interviews, meeting the doctors, I flew down from Manitoba a couple of times, and also met with I think a counselor or social worker to determine whether, I guess mentally, why I was doing it, and truly to make sure that there was no pressure in regards to being forced to give a kidney, and whether I felt pressure to do that, if I was doing it on my own, and also whether I had discussed it, both with my husband and how I mentally felt about it. And
what they say is that it's probably the best physical you can get in your life. It's so extensive because they look into anything, not just your past history, but your potentially future medical history they're so concerned about the health of the living donor as well as the recipient who's
Absolutely. It was after getting through all the physical and the blood work and everything that they check for, I did feel like I had a really clean bill of health coming out of all that testing, because truly I wouldn't have been able to move on to the next stage of meeting the doctors unless that was all in place first.
At some point, were you concerned ever about your personal health and all of this, post-surgery or during surgery?
Yeah, I think because I was consumed with the fact I was worried about my dad. I don't really think I thought about myself up until it was the night before the surgery, and that's when I really felt it. I think maybe a couple of days before the surgery when it started to hit me that I was going to be going through major surgery, and then my research started going from, looking after what was going to happen to him to all of a sudden, what are the chances of something complications for myself. So, and then I actually felt guilty about doing that because I felt like it wasn't about me, it was about him. And I actually felt guilty about doing that, so I did that on my own.
How about your husband? Was he apprehensive at any point?
No, he was fully supportive right through the process, and I think we did have some conversations about what could happen and going through the surgery, and I think he was just as joyful and glad in regards to that clean bill of health to know when I got that, felt really good and confident, and said do what you have to do for your dad, and he, like I said, he wanted to donate himself, so I'm really glad that I had that because it's an emotional process for you to go through to try to figure everything out anyways.
Well, it sounds like he was your biggest cheerleader along the way.
Yes.
So take us to that day. You checked into the hospital. How many days were it? VGH or
Yes.
St. Paul's? Okay, VGH.
So my dad had checked in the day before the surgery, and he was there all day. And for myself, I needed to go in the day before, but they allowed me to either go back home. We actually opted to stay at a hotel that night in Vancouver, just near VGH, because I had to be back the day of the surgery quite early.
Yeah.
So my husband, myself, and my mom all stayed at the hotel close to VGH that night.
And you're on the gurney. You're getting wheeled in. Last thoughts that were running through your head? Do you recall anything like that?
Yeah, actually it was. Thinking about my dad, I think I was thinking about myself and just thinking about what's going to be happening. But I do remember at the hospital, all the nurses, people were coming up to me and meeting me and talking to me, and essentially really delighted to say, you know, I want to come over and meet you, and I didn't quite understand why until after the fact, and it was because of, so then they started explaining to me, you're giving up your you know, an organ, and we wanted to come by and say hi. So it was a very supportive environment.
So recovery room, you wake up.
I was looking for my dad in the recovery room, not realizing that he would have been in a different recovery room himself. But you know, when I came to, that's what I was looking for, and I was trying to find out if I could get an update on you know, how long his where along the process was he in the surgery. So he was in surgery at that time when I was in the recovery room when I'd come to. So I was watching the clock. The doctor came up to my room. My whole family was sitting in my room because my father was still in recovery, and to let us know that we know you're probably wanting to know, but he's doing good. So that was a sigh of relief. And then in the middle of the night, everybody was sleeping. I heard my dad call my name. I had a hard time sleeping, but in the middle of the night, you know, all the lights were off, and he just called my name out very faintly, and I burst into tears, and he just goes, "I'm okay," and that was enough just to let me rest that night.
The first time you saw your dad, the two of you saw each other?
It wasn't until the next day, yeah. The next morning, the doctors and the nurses had come in. They wanted me to get up and walk around if I could. So my husband had helped me kind of brush my hair and got ready, and when I was able to do that, I got to walk over to his room. Yeah, and so we have a picture of us, the four of us, my mom, my dad, and my husband and myself when I first seen him.
Since the surgery, it's now, what, 5 year? Actually, in October will be 5-year
Yes.
anniversary, right? That's
Yes.
a big milestone. How are you feeling? What's life been like since, you know, post-transplant? You've moved back, is that right?
Yeah, we just recently moved back, but I do remember after the surgery took place, it was like instant, the waking up from the surgery. I do remember booking a vacation within, you know, a few weeks of kind of coming to as I started to feel better, and me and my husband went on vacation that year. You know, I think we had gone to Paris, but it was a new, you know, look on life and outlook on life. So ever since then we've been traveling quite a lot, and prior to that we hadn't. So it really changed my perspective. Take that time to look after yourself, because without that, it's a tough journey to go through.
Speaking to anybody out there that might be considering being a living donor based on your own personal experience, what would you say?
I would tell you that if I had to do it again, I would do it again. You know, with all the emotions that may happen, like I said, I was consumed with wanting to make sure he was okay, and there was something I could do about it. And you know, you go through emotional, physical, all of that. Said that going through the surgery, I would definitely do it again. And you know, I feel good. Like you know, you only need one kidney to live. So.
It's really good news story on both your sides, and post recovery that really plays into it, your health, right?
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਚਾਹਲ ਹੈ। ਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਲੜਕੀ ਹੈ ਜੂਲੀ। ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ 5 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜੂਲੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਬਿਮਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ, ਉਹ 5 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ 2008 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਇਹਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਟੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਅਕਤੂਬਰ 2013 ਚ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਪਲਾਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ ਜਨਰਲ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹ ਅਰਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਦੈਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਪਲਾਂਟ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ ਪਤਾ ਕਰੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ, ਤੇ ਦੈਟ ਇਹਦਾ ਇਲਾਜ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ। ਐਂਡ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਲੇ 2 ਕਿਡਨੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦੀ ਆ। ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਹੋਰ ਦੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਫੇਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ। ਕੋਈ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀ, ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਲਾਈਫ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ। ਸਿਰਫ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਚਿਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਆਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ। ਆਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆ ਜੂਲੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਮੈਂ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ, ਸਿਹਤ ਗੁੱਡ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਇਹਦੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਗੁੱਡ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਘੁੰਮਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਸਕੈਜੂਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੈਗੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ ਧੰਦੇ 'ਚ। ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ ਧੰਦੇ 'ਚ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੈਟ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਦੈਟ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪਤਾ ਕਰੋ ਹੋਰ ਪੜ੍ਹੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਅਤੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਦੇਣ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੀ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਜਾਨ ਬਚਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
Many people hesitate because they worry about what their health will be like post-transplant, right, to be a living donor. And perfect example that actually you're both leading perfectly, wonderfully healthy lives post-transplant.
Yeah.
And as your daughter says, maybe even it's the new you, even better than before.
Yeah, I don't think it's maybe, it is.
It is.
It is a matter of fact. But it doesn't just happen. It just doesn't happen that every person that gets a transplant becomes and put themselves in optimal level. It takes effort, it takes responsibility, it takes recognizing that we have to be responsible for our health, that we can't take it for granted, as I have done in the past. And so that is a step. So that's, I guess, one of the first steps is taking responsibility for our well-being, and that's what I'm doing right now.
What's the future hold?
I don't think too far into the future. I think very much in what we're doing right now, and that is very, very important to me. And my outlook in life is about the today, is about our present moment, and I move my body and my mind and who I am moves through this moment, and the future it is not for me to even think about. Because I will, if my moments are well looked after, and then I will tell you definitely the future is bright.
One of the things about the South Asian community is that it's a high risk. It's one of Asian, South Asian, First Nations, African are at higher risk of kidney disease. The organ donation rates are lower in the South Asian communities as well, because it's, perhaps a cultural influence or something that's coming to the forefront now over the years. Do you have a few words for anybody out there as well?
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਾਣ ਪਛਾਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਨਜ਼ਦੀਕ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਖੁਦ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਡੋਨੇਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਡਨੀ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ BC ਐਂਡ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਲੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਦੈਟ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਨ ਡੀਟੇਲ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਕੀ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੀਜਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਖਰਚਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਇਸ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਜੋ ਕੋਈ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਾਸ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਆਪਣੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣ ਪਛਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ
Well, thank you both for joining us on Plugged In. To say it's been a pleasure is really understatement. It's been a real treat, real honor to speak with you both. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, come on in.
Oh, this is great, Ken. Wow, this is where all the magic happens, I see.
Yeah. This is where we're doing all the printing. This is actually our printing department of our business. And this is where actually we're going to be printing the banners for this year's Kidney Walk.
Yeah, this is a great partnership, Ken, and we are so excited to be part of Ad Experts and to create this partnership for you to actually supply all the banners right across BC to all of our 16 walks. Not only the banners, but also the teardrop flags, which will just bring the kidney walks right up to the next level. And we're really excited about that.
Well, we're very happy to support the Kidney Foundation, and this year as well as past years. And so, we want to also assist with whatever we can do in terms of creating more awareness for kidney disease and kidney wellness.
That's great, Ken. Tell me about Ad Experts. What else do you do? I know you do banners and teardrop flags. That's what you're providing to us. What else do you do?
Well, we've been around for a long time, and we've done many things in the past and many things we do today. We do banners, like we said, like we're doing for you, and the teardrops flags. We do illuminated signs. We do channel letters, which are the 3D illuminated custom letters. We do custom inflatables that are life-size. We do also air dancers to bring exposure, advertising exposure to businesses and so on. And so yeah, we're very, very, very proud to be a sponsor of the Kidney Foundation of Canada and British Columbia.
Yes, absolutely, and we are very grateful for everything. Going back to the banners, I see that we are starting one.
Yeah.
I guess, show me how it works.
Yeah, I just put this on pause for a moment, so let me just continue on. And this is actually printing 2 banners at a time. And we'll be doing a total of 48 of these for the Kidney Foundation. And after this is printed in a few minutes, it'll be left to dry. It'll get cut to size. And once it gets cut to size, it basically will be taken upstairs and hemmed, and then grommets put on there. So, yeah, and then shipped off to you.
Yay! Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. Well, again, Ken, thank you so much for your support.
Yeah.
I know you've been supporting the Kidney Walks for many years now, and we continue to be grateful for your ongoing support. So, again, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, today we're here at Ad Experts in Surrey for a really great interview. Well, I'm not going to say a great interview.
Okay, let me take a deep breath. Okay.
How long have you been here in Surrey? How long have you been operating?
Close to
Ad
20
Experts?
years, yeah.
20 years,
Yeah,
wow, that's
20
great.
years, yeah, we've been operating, yeah.
Sit. And I just kind of laugh a little bit together and, you know,
We don't always laugh.
or smile.